Welcome to the Secure 64 Debian installation tutorial. In this tutorial we will show you what a useful Debian 11 installation process should look like for our Debian-based x86 products. We will use a minimal installation that works well as a basis for all products. We want to reduce the decisions you need to make to the ones that matter most. For installation, we assume that DHCP is available for the installer to automatically configure networking. We assume that a single disk appears available to the installer. We recommend configuring hardware RAID in mirror mode if it is available. Internet access is required. Software packages are downloaded from the internet during installation. If installation is being done on a physical server, we assume the BIOS has been configured properly. Physical and virtual hardware choices are not covered by this tutorial. Use the arrow keys to select Install and press Enter. The installer will begin to boot. Select the English and United States settings. Select the American English key map. During installation, you will use the Tab key and arrow keys to navigate the cursor. The Enter key activates buttons under the cursor. We use the default host name for this tutorial, but you can specify one. Setting the domain is optional. The installer then asks for a root user password. It also asks for a separate system administration user. Set a strong root password and confirm it. Specify a non-root administrative user and password. We typically use sysadmin. Select the time zone according to your locale. Next, we manually partition the disk. Product-specific partitioning requirements will be provided with product documentation. We show how to use manual partitioning in general, but these settings do not match actual product settings. This is a preview of the partition summary screen that this demonstration will show at the end of partitioning. The partitions you create in a real installation will be different. It is very important to carefully review the partition guidelines of the product before installing and create your own plan for partitioning the system. This is an example of what happens when you try to finish partitioning without assigning any of the mount points to the logical volumes. It's easy to return to the partitioning screen and finish making the assignments. Remember, each product has its own partitioning requirements, but every product uses manual partitioning and LVM. Review the product documentation for details and plan your installation ahead of time. Select No when asked to scan additional installation media. Select a Debian archive mirror country near you, then select the default mirror host. If you have an HTTP proxy, enter it here and continue. Otherwise, leave it blank. Select No to decline participating in the package survey. The arrow keys and the spacebar control this screen. Deselect the desktop environment and GNOME. Select the SSH server and leave the standard system utilities selected. Select Continue and Finished. Select Yes to install the bootloader to the primary drive. Install the bootloader onto the disk partitioned earlier. In our case, this is /dev/sda. Finally, select Continue to reboot the system and test logging in with the administrative user. In our case, the installation media is automatically removed from the boot order by Proxmox, but you may find that you need to remove the installation media manually. We now log into the system with the sysadmin user to test the system installation. We hope this tutorial helped you understand what a minimal Debian 11 installation looks like. We showed the steps you would go through during a real installation and identified moments where a real installation will differ, such as space allocation decisions during manual partitioning. Thank you for watching the Debian installation tutorial.